Welcome to the Odds.com.au look at AFL action for round 16. My name's Matt Welsh and I'm joined by the Odds.com.au's AFL expert Matt Hickey, who's coming off a big week last week and looking to steer the punters into a few more winners. And we're going to kick off with probably the battle of the wooden spoon, really, up in Brisbane on Saturday. We've got the Lions hosting the Blues, and you're keen to take Carlton at the line, which surprises me.
Yeah, it surprises probably a couple of people. Thank you for your kind words leading in, by the way, as well, Matt. Carlton have been solid the past couple of weeks. Been there or thereabouts without getting the result, which is a shame for their supporters, but they've been pretty solid. Brisbane had a good win last week against Freo, although you've got to take it with a grain of salt. No Aaron Sandlands for the Dockers, and the second quarter injury to Nat Fyfe hurt them as well. So I don't mind Carlton at the line to go up there. It's 19.5 points. You can get about $1.92 for it, and I think they're a good show.
And we saw last week against Port Adelaide, they're just hell-bent on defence and trying to restrict the opposition score. So obviously they don't have to win, they just have to lose by a small margin. Saturday, the Bulldogs were really impressive last week. They again go to Etihad Stadium Saturday night where they play Hawthorn, who beaten by GWS last week, but far from disgraced and still sort of fighting for one of those bottom positions in the top 8. How are you attacking this game?
Yeah, the Dogs surprised plenty of people, including myself, by beating Geelong last week. They were very impressive, but the Hawks have beaten the Dogs 2 out of the last 3 times the two teams have played, albeit by only 3 and 9 points, so fairly close margins across the board. The Hawks are quality and been the more consistent side compared to the Dogs by far, and I think they're a good chance to win. I think that 1 to 39 point margin is probably about where it's going to fall because the Dogs are in a good touch of form. You get about $2.15 for that result.
So that's Saturday night at Etihad, and we stay at Etihad on Sunday, a game that's probably not going to attract a huge amount of interest with North Melbourne hosting the Gold Coast, and North expected to win and probably bounce back into the bottom part of the 8 there in doing so. But you're going to take a Gold Coast player to have over 30 possessions on Sunday.
Yeah, I've picked 2 games that really aren't going to be viewed by a whole lot of people, but as a North Melbourne supporter myself, I get a bit worried when we play the Suns. We don't have a great record against Gold Coast, but I like the look of Jared Lyons here to collect a fair bit of the footy. He had 39 against North Melbourne last time these two teams played in 2017. He had 32 last week. North Melbourne also have the tendency to let opposition players off the hook a little bit unless Ben Jacobs is tagging. Jacobs didn't play last week, so I'm happy to back Lyons to go 30-plus disposals at a pretty juicy $4.50 if I say so myself.
So that's Jared Lyons to have over 30 possessions in the Roos versus Suns game on Sunday. Well, that's it for this week's Odds.com.au look at the AFL Round 16 action. We'll be back next week, hopefully talking about more wins delivered by Matt Hickey when we take a look at Round 17.